What is going on, guys? It is Ahmed, and I am back today with yet another video for you all. Finally back home from vacation. It was a great time, but of course, we are now back to work. So I wanted to give you guys this quick update about Zomedica, specifically an email that I actually sent out earlier today regarding the Truforma platform and some of the questions that I saw from you all, in the comment section. And if you guys do have more questions for them, please send them my way. I do plan to hopefully get in touch with someone from their exec team so we can get some questions answered as investors. Now, remember, guys, my channel is not for financial advice. Rather, I want to put you guys on the plays that I'm in and to keep you all updated on a day-to-day things regarding trading and stocks alike. So my email went something along the lines of, hello, this is actually copy pasted, so it's not something along the lines of, but actually precisely what I said was, my name is Ahmed, but most people know me as Your Pop. I run a YouTube channel that currently has about 21,000 subscribers. And some are now even calling me the Zomedica guy. So I've seen in the comments, and of course that's how I addressed myself with the Zomedica folks. So I was wondering if there's a possibility to interview one of your exec members to ask questions that a lot of my supporters have asked me. Some of the questions we all have include the cost of the Truforma, one of the biggest unknowns that we need an answer to continue to give us conviction and certainty that the stock is going to continue to do well moving forward. Will the Truforma outperform other point-of-care testing devices based on your projections, and why? Right? We want to know, what does the company think, right? The first and foremost, as a business and a company, they have to trust in their own products, right? Kind of a no-brainer. Number 3, projected revenue forecast Q2 2021 after successful launch. All companies have revenue projections, so we just want to see what do they think it's going to look like for Q2, maybe even Q3 and Q4, depending on how comfortable they are sharing that information. When can we anticipate other assays to be integrated with Truforma outside of thyroid and adrenal, right? Those are the other things. Is that, again, right now Truforma is it has a very specific niche, and it can only test a few different types of, it can only be used to diagnose a few different types of disorders. So we want to know how far or how wide the software integrations and things of that nature are going to be with Truforma moving forward in the future. Are we looking at diagnostics when it comes to certain point of care, diabetes, right, for dogs, or is it going to have other things that might help us, again, think highly or start believing in the company long term instead of this as a short-term trade? Is there a goal of how many Truforma systems you would like to sell by the end of the year? Talks about contracts with vet offices aside from the unit sold a couple of weeks ago, which we know they only sold one unit, and that was something that was announced, and which announced basically official commercialization. So if any of these questions can be answered via video call or email from the exec board, that would be great. Thank you so much, blah, blah, blah. So guys, that is the email that I sent out earlier today, because again, going into next week, the 31st of March is actually going to be hit, and that's the date we've been anticipating for the official Truforma launch. Now we know that they launched the product early, but now I want to know, okay, so what is the deal now? What's going to happen moving forward? We all want answers to some of these questions, which haven't been addressed yet on the website or anywhere to be found on the internet. So we need to know answers to these questions. And if you guys have more questions, please comment them down below. I'll try to gather them up, and if they respond to me, I'm hoping to have a dialogue with them. And any additional questions you might have, let's add those on, tag them right on, so we can get those answered as well. Now, before I continue on, remember, guys, my channel is an affiliate with Webull. So you get 2 free stocks, which are valued up to $1,600 when you deposit just $100 to Webull. It's a platform that I use and I truly believe in, and that's the reason why I decided to take the partnership with the company. So if you haven't already, go ahead and get your 2 free stocks when you deposit $100 below. And also the Your Pop merch. My sweatshirt actually just came in after I got back from vacation, so I'm pretty excited about it. I ordered a sweater, also a t-shirt, and I really like these hoodies. So again, hopefully I'll start wearing them more often during the streams and during some of the episodes of the Your Pop stock show, if you will. So again, if you haven't already, go ahead and check it out, and let's go ahead and continue to the video. So Zomedica, ticker symbol ZOM, currently sitting at $1.72 a share. So guys, again, it had a very, very strong support line around $2. Unfortunately, throughout the week, we saw it pull back like the overall market, especially penny stocks. A lot of the speculative plays people started getting out of because there was so much uncertainty in the market. And after it bottomed down again, right around our 143 to 145, I thought we saw replica of what we saw maybe around a month ago. So you could see March 5th, Friday, again, that was Black Friday when we bought in at $1.43. I know Google's not showing the right graph here, but again, we saw it bounce up and it continued to, rally up until, the next Monday or a couple Mondays later. So 2 weeks it was doing really well, but then we saw an overall pullback again. So strong resistance at around 250. And if we go to the 5-day here, came down to 148, recovered a nice 14% increase from the bottom. But again, guys, not what we'd like to see. We want to see that we want to continue to see this company grow, but unfortunately, with so much uncertainty and good news coming out at a bad time for the company, it didn't help project or propel this company forward as much as we would anticipate. That $3, $3.50, even $4 is kind of what we were anticipating with the Truforma launch. So I'm hoping we get some good news next week around the 31st, which was the anticipated launch, and updates for us regarding some of the questions that we might all have. Now, if we look at the technical analysis, so resistance lines, as you all know, are points where we have, if we can pass those lines, then we can continue to see a rally moving forward. But support lines are what I consider strong entry points for the stock. So these, of course, fluctuate. People have commented on my previous videos and mentioning and saying, hey, why do support lines and resistance lines change? And it's because, again, the stock changes over time, which presents new resistance points and new support lines over time. So as of the 26th of March, which was last Friday, right? If we go back last Friday, you could see right now the current resistance for Zomedica is now at $1.85. We also have one at $2.08, $2.19. You could see them all here. Support lines, there's one at $1.30, 89 cents, and from there all the way down to 14 cents. Because again, what technical analysis does is it basically looks at the history of the chart, what has happened. So you could see here, right in the middle, you can kind of see what the chart looks like. So you could see where they drew out their support lines, which are very, very obvious there. And then you can see the resistance lines, these red lines. So again, that's kind of what we look at for potential entry points. So right now, in my opinion, between now and $1.85, that might be a great buying opportunity for Zomedica. Now, if the overall market pulls back next week, and so does Zomedica stock, guess what? We're going to look to enter maybe at around $1.30 instead. Better support, lower entry points are always better for short-term gain, especially if someone just looking to maybe day trade or that kind of thing. So Zomedica has been it's been a good stock to potentially day trade. Look at this over the week, came down 27%, bounced back up 24%. So if you're someone that's looking to swing or day trade it, potential there. But for me as a long-term stock holder, someone that believes in the company long-term, I'm just holding and averaging down when I can. I understand that buying power is not something that's just infinite. We all have a certain amount of money that we are able to invest, and because of that, again, the true solution is, in my opinion, is holding. Right? That's the easy thing to do. You could sell for a loss, yes, but more often than not, if we look at just the overall market trends, stocks do recover, especially ones that you have. That are strong businesses, right? So always remember these things. Remember why you invested initially into Zomedica. I know that there's been a pretty strong, pretty negative sentiments, if you will, after the just abrupt launch and commercialization of the Truforma, but I don't think it's this little dent should not affect our conviction with the stock long term. So hopefully we'll get answers to the questions that I've asked. If you guys have more questions, please comment them down below, and hopefully we'll start seeing answers to those as well. Quickly glancing at futures tomorrow, not looking the best. It looks like SPY is going to be down about 0.5%, almost 1%, 0.6. So again, that just looks at the Fortune 500 companies in the U.S., Amazon, Tesla. Like you can just go the S&P 500, top 500 companies, and you can see right now it's looking like it might be a red day when we start off the week, which of course is not positive, but of course that could change within a snap of a finger. So let's all be patient. Let's see what happens. Be safe out there, especially while you're trading next week. I know that things haven't been like we would expect them to be. Starting 2021 as the first quarter is coming to an end. But hopefully that makes for a better second quarter, better third, and an even better fourth. So thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. And until next time, keep investing.